Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Score studio. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of needed a reset for the day and decided, you know what, let's just record an episode, just a lighthearted episode, talking about the future, talking about things that, well, are more exciting than when your dog, maybe has an accident in the house and you spend some time cleaning that up after unexpectedly thinking you had time to do that, and then when you were editing another episode and then there was an error in one of the episodes with the recording, and then, well, that's another story for another day. But yeah, I just needed a reset today, so thank you so much for joining me. Let's jump into it. And I'm kind of going to go out of the order a little bit on this episode because, well, Modern Horizons 3 is not the next set to come out. That being said, Outlaws of Thunder Junction, we've already seen a good amount of this stuff. I will cover that quickly at the end. I mean, a good amount of this stuff, I should say. There were some leaks that maybe came out a little while ago. If you haven't seen my episode on that, those leaks have basically been confirmed to be real. So we'll cover that one last. That being said, a first look at Modern Horizons 3, quite exciting. Thank you, Adam. A powerful new cards to shake up the metagame, returning favorites from Magic's past to join the modern era, amazing reprints to build, customize, and expand your collection. All this and more awaits players with Modern Horizons 3. The first two had a lot of very exciting things in them. I mean, I believe like Morophon was in the first one, right? That first Modern Horizons really came down hard and just said, hey, this is what this is all about. We're going to be shaking up, well, some things in Commander, but also, yeah, shaking up, unfortunately, Modern for some that didn't want that shakeup. And that's a different story for a different day. But, I mean, Urza was also, I believe, in the first Modern Horizons. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Modern Horizons 2 had some good hits as well. Now we've seen, I mean, amazing artwork in this set, of course. Ajani is back at it. We've already actually talked about Ajani on a previous episode as well. Make sure you check that one out because Wizards just dumped a ton of cards to talk about way early. Regardless, Modern Horizons 3 follows in the footsteps of predecessor releases, bringing new to Magic cards to Modern alongside exciting reprints, including new to Modern additions and popular Modern cards from across Magic's history. The skill testing draft format coming to MTG Arena. We'll share more details later. In cards ready to leap into Modern, Commander, and beyond. Modern Horizons 3 has plenty for every dedicated Magic fan. Yeah, that is kind of the interesting thing about Modern Horizons is that it tries to kind of fit a role for different formats. I mean, again, Modern, Commander, Draft. I mean, just a lot of things, essentially. And we'll talk about kind of the interesting thing that was kind of shown, and I think there was actually a pre-image that was spoiled a little while ago and now confirmed again, basically, that yeah, we're not getting modern decks with this, maybe, but we might be getting something else. It looks like the fetch lands are coming back, so that's quite exciting for those of you out there that like fetch lands and maybe want a discount on them. Among the most exciting return cards are the ally fetch lands. There you go. Key components to cutting-edge mana bases for your most powerful and colorful decks. But what sets Modern Horizons 3 apart are cards you've never seen before. I already talked about these cards in the episode, but yeah, Flare Cultivation, very interesting, new basic kind of cultivate, but even better potentially kind of card. Psychic Frog, Psychotog, adjacent kind of a card in Scurry of Gremlins. More Eldrazi, the return of energy, intriguing graveyard tools. Modern Horizons 3 has them, plus fans of iconic, I was about to say ironic, but also maybe ironic, iconic Planeswalkers in Magic Origins. Get to see how even more of them spark to begin their journey throughout the multiverse and Magic story. So that is interesting to see. I mean, we already have seen that we have Ajani coming back, which is very, very, very interesting. I mean, I guess this is like Ajani coming back, but like original Ajani, story-wise, essentially. Flips over, and yeah, very, very good. Check out that episode. I talked about that one on. Regardless, Tamiyo, cool. Yeah, again, we get to explore, again, characters that maybe have left us for one reason or another, or just out of the picture right now. And, yeah, that's kind of the fun thing about these sets, like, I was going to say Commander Legends, but like the original Commander Legends, the more recent one did not do so well. But, yes, sets like this that are kind of out of time and space, so they can kind of just explore any kind of, legendary creatures, essentially, and they can be a very fun set to bring them back, explore event stories for them, etc. Tamiyo, nice. There are two sides to every story, and two faces to these, and many more. Cards in Modern Horizons 3 are something you'll need to wait to see. Like Modern Horizons releases preceding it, 3 has returning cards from Magic's history to join Modern. Each Modern Horizons 3 play booster includes one, giving Draft even more to explore again and again and again. So interesting, again, for those that do play Modern, that this allows them to print things into Modern, essentially, that weren't previously there. Lately, the Blade Reforged. I think this is in a Commander product of some sort, essentially, now coming back. So it's a nice reprint for Commander. But Priest of Titania, yeah, that's very good for Elves, obviously. And that is going to be very big for Elf Ball decks in Commander, too, being a lot cheaper than it's been lately. Packed with powerful cards, Modern Horizons 3 will delight longtime and fresh fans alike. Modern Horizons 3 Booster Fun. Yeah, we can skip off Booster Fun. I mean, if you like Booster Fun, good for you. That's, it is a thing. People definitely like the different kinds of art styles, which are very cool, and these shiny new cards, but I'm a budget player, so I'm going to stick to more budget cards if I can, although Emrakul is probably not going to be very budget at all. And I've already actually covered this one in a separate episode, too, so make sure you check that out and talk about, what kinds of cards you want to see around Emrakul as well. Let's keep going. Again, just different kinds of art styles, apparently, like old school treatments as well. Modern Horizons 3 key details. There you go. There's the expansion symbols as well as the set symbol as well. There's the codes. Pre-order now. And here are the dates. This is what we really want to get to. The preview events. So debut and preview streams begin on weekly MTG on the 21st of May. So make sure you're staying tuned to that. The preview's complete on the 31st. So that is interesting, the card image gallery and that. Typically, with these spoiler season, we've been seeing them getting kind of shorter and shorter recently because they used to be just ridiculously long. Around 7 days or so, I would say, but now we're up to 10 days with this one. Maybe just because it's a bigger kind of release, essentially, and maybe because, they've got a lot of legendaries in there to show off, probably. Play events are there as well, in case you're interested in that. But yeah, make sure you're staying tuned to this channel for exciting quick takes and spoilers once that 21st happens. So yeah, that is a little ways away for right now, but it's just interesting. We do see some, early previews, come here and there, essentially between, and you never know when leaks are going to happen as well. There's already been some this year too. Let's move on to Bloomburrow though, because we also got a first look at that, which is a set that I personally am very excited to see. Yeah, any other Redwall fans out there? And yes, my mouse guard is definitely an inspiration as well, but yeah, I absolutely love this. I mean, the art is just so cool. You have like badgers, frogs, mice, of course, salamanders, rabbits, and bats, like all cute, adorable creatures. This entire, universe of creatures is very cool. Welcome to Valley View. I don't know how to say that word. In vibrant home of the animal folk of Bloomburrow, Magic's first all-animal plane. Very cool. It's a place where big adventures await even the smallest who are bold, inquisitive, and heroic, while those with more homespun and peaceful yearnings can enjoy the tranquil life. Very cool. I mean, the artwork is amazing. Absolutely incredible. It's something out of like a storybook, essentially. But peace is endangered in Valley, and as the delicate balance of nature is threatened, and the elemental calamity beasts in the Great Night Owl imperil the lives of its inhabitants. The Great Night Owl. Oh my goodness, that is a really cool piece of art, and excited to see kind of, what kind of card we get out of that. That's just, yeah, absolutely incredible. The animal folk will have to band together to defend their homes, and we've seen this one before. I think this is one of the first images we've seen, but like, you've got like the mouse with a little sword and like a cape that is made out of a leaf, looks like, and a little lightning bug friend maybe, or it's just there for flavor. And then also a wolf that is on fire, like an elemental wolf, it seems like, so pretty crazy. Led by Mabel, a mouse folk mother and reluctant hero, a party will strike out to investigate what has befallen a neighboring town. We've already seen this artwork as well on the card as well. A very, very cool piece of art. And yeah, the characters here are just so spicy. A little salamander here with like dual wielding. Oh, it's so cool. And then a giant, scary looking badger crushing something. Yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, we shall see. I mean, a hare that is an archer. I'm interested to see like if these warriors are typically like are all mice, kind of like the ones with the swords, or all rabbits, the ones with the bows and arrows. Archers are the badgers, the ones that are kind of like more brawlers essentially. It's gonna be interesting to see kind of how they play with that. And like a wizard bat, why not? Very cool. And of course we've seen this otter as well, also like spell casting otter. Is that like Ral Zarek? Looks like Ral Zarek. That definitely looks like otter version of Ral Zarek. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. Anyways, in Bloomburrow, stout-hearted heroes and overwhelming calamity beasts will come face-to-face in a struggle to restore the delicate balance of the land. We've seen now these cards already. I guess Cragflame was one that I didn't pull up in the episode. My apologies. But yeah, if you want to check out my episode and talk about those cards, make sure you do that. Booster Fun. Again, some cool Booster Fun effects. Some very cool lands. I'm just going to be skipping through the Booster Fun again as someone who is a budget player. Yeah, we're just going to skip through that. Really cool Jace Fox. Okay. Let me know in the comments below if you know something about this. This has to be like, that's a Jace Fox, right? That just is Jace as a fox, right? It's like the same outfit. Or like maybe someone else from that same plane that Jace is from. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know anything about that. That's pretty cool. Regardless, Bloomburrow, key dates and details. Here's the expansion symbols as well. And then, yeah, when it comes to the actual dates, are they not showing us the dates, or is this just extra stuff as well? Oh, wait, yeah. So we have the commander decks as here, too. Thanks for exploring this with me right now. Again, I need a little refresher for the day. Animated Army Red Green. Looks like we have Make Trash, Do Smash. Fantastic for Gruul. I mean, that just is what Gruul does, right? So apparently Make Trash, like, break a bunch of things, I guess. Do Smash things in the face. That's very flavorful. Looks like maybe a Raccoon commander. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of if certain creatures are in certain color types. We've already seen, I mean, a badger in green. We've seen a mouse in Demir as, not Demir, goodness gracious, Boros. So we shall see kind of what kinds of creatures get in what. Family Matters, Make Offspring Go Wide. I mean, that seems like Jeskai right there, right? So essentially just get tokens and, yeah, do a bunch of token thingies. Maybe eggs too? Yeah, we'll see. We also have Peace Offering, which is in Bant. So there you go. We have bunnies, apparently. Group Hug, +1 counters. Interesting. You don't typically see any Group Hug, like, specific decks when it comes to actual, like, commander precons, essentially. At least I can't remember the last one was. I mean, like Zedru isn't like Group Hug. That's like bad gifts, essentially. But, like, when it comes to Group Hug, is it like full Group Hug where, like, you're not actually trying to win at all? I doubt it. I mean, it does have counter synergies, obviously, in that too. It's probably more so like political control is what I like to call it, more so, where you're like, hey, I benefit you, but I also benefit myself, and I have a win condition. Versus Group Hug, to me, sometimes is just, hey, everyone gets stuff, and I'm just going to sit back and watch. Anyways, we also have Squirrel Away, which is black-green, so like a Necromancer squirrel. That's pretty cool. Horde tokens and squirrels. That seems pretty straightforward. So this like Squirrel Tribal and just making a bunch of tokens. That's pretty cool as well. It looks like, I mean, again, all the colors are represented, some more than others. I mean, I think everyone's represented at least twice except for black, which I guess makes sense and kind of more of a light-hearted set like this one where it's like, hey, friendly forest creatures mostly, and then like, oh, that owl is kind of scary, I guess, and that fox that's on fire too. But yeah, it's very interesting to see. And then also it looks like we are getting a starter kit. Let me know in the comments below, have we gotten these in recent history? I don't think we really have, where it looks like you just get 2 decks ready to play with this one. So that's an interesting way to go about it and getting people into the format. Yes, Commander is typically a multiplayer game that has more than, 1v1. But just having, hey, an easy way to get into it could be just, yeah, grab these 2 decks, essentially. Again, go against each other. Pretty Riptide Rogue and Berkey? I don't know. Long Ear of the Law going against each other. So just grab these and play with a friend. I like that concept. We'll see what the price point on this is going to be. I don't think we have star decks in a while. I don't remember the last time we had them. Regardless, pretty cool. So yeah, and these commanders I've talked about as well in that one episode. Very cool as well. Here we go. The preview event. So the Magic Story starts July 2nd. The debut and preview streams begin on July 9th. And it looks like we are going, again, another 10 days. Previews complete on the 19th. So, again, previously, it seems like we had been getting, again, like, just like a week. Because previously it was like 2 weeks before that. Like, Strixhaven, I think, was like 2 weeks of previews, essentially. More recently, sets have been like a week long of spoilers, essentially. Like, Thursday to a Wednesday usually is what it's been. Maybe with like a sprinkling of like the precons at the very end of that. That being said, looks like we're getting a full 10 days now. So that's very interesting to see. The release is going to be on the 30th. So this one's going to be like kind of summer. So that's pretty interesting. Really quick, let's go through to see if we missed anything on Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Because we did kind of talk about some leaks that came out of that. And we'll see if that's confirmed as well. This is actually going to be the most upcoming set. It's again the one that we have the most information about, so that's why I went to it last, essentially. Regardless, welcome to the brand spanking new frontier planet of Thunder Junction, where you can be the bad guy, plot daring heists, and ride off in the sunset. Arriving April 19th, Outlaws of Thunder Junction is Magic's first Western themed set, where the stakes are high, the repercussions of the Phyrexian invasion are still felt, and the story around the strange Omen Pass continues to build. It's very interesting, and yeah, we've got a weird group of characters. I mean, like Oko with tiny bones, and I mean, is that just a Goron? Is that Vraska? And then, oh my goodness, just absolutely crazy on what we are getting right now with this. The Omen Paths are open. Everyone's blowing into town to seek their fortune as an outlaw. Oko, the baddest outlaw of them all, is getting together a posse of the multiverse's most wanted elks. Just wanted to pull off a heist epic scale, so it's pretty sweet. But friend, this planet ain't big enough for all of us. So it looks like it's a very interesting, and I'm glad that Wizards is finally jumping into, again, hey, let's go explore other parts of the multiverse. Let's explore new planes. Again, you got Bloomburrow, you got this, you've got, what's called Duskmorn at the end of the year as well. Just interesting new concepts. I love it. It's nice and refreshing. And again, I need a refresher today. And then we also have, some demons. We've got some Gorgons. We've got some really cool things. Age of Ball has been discovered in Thunder Junction. It's rumored to hide untold riches and power. Everyone wants a slice of the pie, but Oko and his rip-roaring team aim to be first inside. Oko's son, Kellen, has at last tracked down his wayward father, but his schemes threaten to sweep Kellen into the role of a villain. Very interesting. Alice Thunder Junction is rife with outlaw versus outlaw and conflict set against the arresting backdrop of frontier fantasy. So it's a very interesting new frontier for pun intended for Magic, which is very nice. And then also some really cool lands. I love these lands. I know these kind of remind me of the Theros lands, essentially, and when we went back to Theros, but some people didn't like them, some did. I absolutely love the design, very cool. So you can kind of see, like, the mana symbol essentially in each of them. Regardless, some very cool looking characters. Whatever this is, like a plant thing, cactus. Is this a cactus? That's a cactus. This is a cactus with a sword. Very cool. Giant worm in the desert. Yeah, cool. Whatever kind of weapon this is, some kind of a crossbow of some sort that has energy. They had really cool hair. Anyways, breaking news, bonus sheet in the big score. So different kind of art styles again. I'm not really going to cover too much about these because, again, budget friendly. I guess, though, technically sometimes, like, the ones on the left, like the breaking news ones, kind of like the D&D ones as well, like, those sometimes are cheaper. Actually, like, Decanter of Endless Water is like a budget card for me because the D&D version, like the D&D styling of it, is less than $1 versus like the regular version is like $3. So you never know. Like, maybe players don't like this, breaking news style as much, and that ends up being cheaper. So we shall see. They're very cool though. So yeah, basically all of these. Again, I've already talked about these kinds of new cards essentially in that one episode where I covered all the cards that were just spewing out all at once. and yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure you check that out. Here's the expansion symbols. Pretty sweet. That's kind of cool. There's some vaults as well. Interesting. Let's keep going. Legality, lovely. Pre-order, and then yes, here we go. We're gonna get to all the different things, but mostly, basically, confirmation on the leaks that happened earlier. Some distributor, I believe, accidentally posted the image of all 4 of these decks, essentially, and then immediately took it down. But of course, things on the internet stay forever. And someone was able to find it, and they did essentially say, hey, these are the precons that are coming. Some pretty interesting ones. I already talked about those in that leaks episode, so check that out if you want me to go further on that. But yeah, quick draw, interesting. Again, like, is it spell slinging? Makes sense. Desert Bloom, discarding lands, wearing them back. That's interesting. Bringing them back. Deserts could be a part of it too. Grand Larceny, stealing things. Villainous Wealth type deck, maybe. And then we have Most Wanted, earn treasure by outlaws. What's an outlaw? Who knows? Maybe it's just a creature. It could be a creature type, I guess, but maybe it's just like assassins and that kind of stuff as well. We shall see. Regardless, when it comes to the key dates, the story begins March 18th, which is just around the corner in basically 2 weeks. The debut and preview streams begin on the 26th, so not too far away either. And April 5th, it's hard for me to do the math on that. 31 days in March, right? So that's 5 plus 5. So again, like 10-ish, 9-10 days essentially when it comes to spoilers. So again, looks like maybe they're extending it a little further back when it comes to the amount of spoiler days that we get. We shall see kind of how they split that up. Maybe again, they like in the past have like split off the Commander Precons specifically on a separate day or two. So we'll see if that happens again, or if just because maybe they have a better kind of spread out spoiler schedule, hopefully moving forward this year compared to previous years, that they're more able to do reasonable spoiler times versus back what was like 2 years ago when the Unset came out and it was like, oh hey, spoiler season, all right, cool, all right, set doesn't come out yet, oh no, the spoiler season next week, oh gosh, okay, what's going on, oh no, the spoiler season. And yeah, there was like some shipping issues and stuff like that and why things moved, but yeah, things happen. So regardless, thank you for taking a look with this with me. Again, I need a little refresher for the day. I thought this could be a nice lighthearted episode, just looking forward to some exciting sets coming up. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about pretty much all the new sets, all the new planes coming out this year. Just again, like we have Outlaws Thunder Junction, something brand new, Wild Wild West Magic, that is sweet. We have Bloomburrow, again, huge fan of Redwall. Goodness, if I could talk today when I was a child. And yeah, Mouse Guard recently as well, very cool. But then also, I mean, we've got Modern Horizons 3. Again, you get some really exciting commanders from that. And again, being able to do some callbacks to some maybe legendary creatures that we've never seen before, like, have heard of but never seen, or again, just new concepts of old ones that are now gone. Yeah, it's a really interesting thing. So I'm very hopeful for this year and the sets coming out this year when it comes to the brand new ones, the brand new concepts. let's go. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on all of this. Check out those other episodes I talked about earlier if you're interested in them. Again, the Leaks episode on Outlaws of Thunder Junction if you want more of my thoughts on that. And then, of course, the giant, hey, here's like 20 spoilers episode. Make sure you check that one out too. Regardless, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.